First of all, I want to wish all of you a happy new year and happy holidays to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. So since we're coming out toward the end of the year, I wanted to talk about what's been going on in the crypto world. And certainly the case of Eddy Alexandre cannot be so far away from our minds, because this is the biggest fraud case, at least as far as the Haitian community is concerned. But let's talk about the biggest arrest in cryptocurrency. Bankman fried, as you know, you guys know, and some of you have sent me messages about why I'm not covering the case, why I'm not talking about it. And this is probably one of the biggest cases ever in terms of crypto, what I call crypto fraudsters, cryptocurrency fraudsters. So FTX was the biggest platform ever for cryptocurrency trading. So the CEO was arrested. He was in the Panama. He got back to the United States and he was released on a $250 million bond. Certainly a lot more money than in the Eddy Alexandre case. But don't feel sorry for Bankman fried. His parents put up their home for him in order for him to get released. But the room is worth about $4 million. So it's not even 10% of the total amount. But this is federal court. Just because you get $250 million bond, that doesn't mean somebody put up that much money. In fact, there's almost never any cash involved in the transaction. Usually somebody put up some kind of collateral, a house or some kind of collateral to help the defendant get out of prison. So this is what happened to Bankman fried. Now, here's what I'm going to tell everyone. When you have a case as that is in the public sphere, for example, as Eddy Alexandre's case has been, at least in the Haitian community, and you have FTX, which is a crypto platform, and the CEO of FTX has been accused of fraud. Now, and I'm telling all of you this because this has actually happened. These cases, even though they are unrelated to Eddy Alexandre case, are going to have an effect on Eddy Alexandre, especially if he goes to trial, because people like yourself who are reading the newspaper or watching videos about cryptos, about FTX, about other cryptocurrencies, right? If Eddy Alexandre goes to trial, the people who are going to be the jurors on that trial, most likely from Manhattan, from Brooklyn, most of them, okay, are going to hear about FTX, are going to hear about Bankman fried. And it's going to be very hard for them not to make that association that the entire crypto world is full of fraudsters. And Eddy Alexandre is happened to be one of those fraudsters, even though that may not be the case, because we're human beings. And when we read things, especially things we read online, we tend to think there's some truth to it, because otherwise those things aren't, wouldn't be there. And you and I, some of us know that 90% of the things that you read online are actually untrue. So if the case of Eddy Alexandre, that case is scheduled to go to trial March 23rd. And I can almost guarantee you that the case will not go to trial March 23rd, probably sometime early in the summer or late summer. But once the trial starts and the lawyers, the prosecutors and the lawyers started to pick a jury, basically, they're going to have to deal with all the cases of crypto. I mean, that's like one of 3 cases that have in the last year where people have been arrested. Remember that there was a case of these 2 Nigerian guys who were running a crypto platform. They were arrested also. So this is the 3rd time this year that a big onshore in the crypto world, have been arrested. So that cannot be good for Eddy Alexandre's case, because the case has the exact same issues, is whether or not, in the case of Eddy Alexandre, whether or not he lied to his investors. Certainly in the case of Bankman fried, whether Bankman fried lied to his investors. Now, I can tell you that the Bankman fried case is bigger. This is a $40 billion company versus $250 million. Very small money compared to Bankman fried. But the idea about crypto fraud, about cryptocurrency, is the same. So you're going to have people from Manhattan who were going to be the juror in Eddy Alexandre's case, U.S. versus Eddy Alexandre. And those people most likely would have read about Bankman Fraud, right? They would have read about his case, and they're going to tie that case to Eddy Alexandre's case, whether they're going to admit to it or not, they're going to do it, okay? And this happens, and I have experience with that in 2008, where everybody was talking about mortgage fraud. So they tied up everybody to the same thing, even though you may be innocent. So this is the problem that I think Eddy Alexandre's attorneys are going to face when they have to pick a jury. And the biggest thing is that in the federal system, it's not like the state system. You don't get to really voir dire the jurors the way you would do in the state system. The state system, a lawyer has more leeway to question jurors. But in the federal system, the judge, most likely, actually all the time, the judge just brought up the people and they pick the juror that they think, would be fair. But this cannot be good for Eddy Alexandre. The arrest of Bankman Fraud cannot be good for Eddy Alexandre. And I hope, and I've always said that I hope that he wins the case. I hope that, that he beats the rap, even though I've said all the time that given what the government is saying and looking at what I know happened by talking to people who were very, very close to Eddy Alexandre, knowing the fact of the case, I find it very, very hard to figure out how he can actually win this case. So now, taking that and adding Bankman Fraud and having people get this global view that somehow the entire crypto world is full of fraudsters is what I think the problem would be for Eddy Alexandre and his lawyers.
When we build the platform, there's no bank that allows me to pay every Friday like that. By 12 noon on Friday, I pay $3.2 million. By 5 p.m., I pay 1.5. And there are those of them who try to test me and see if they do it during Sabbath, I'm going to pay. I don't pay them until Monday. So Monday, I pay another 1.5 again. So every 2 days, you see these investors, they need some money to pay their bills, and we keep releasing that fund. The bank does not allow me to do that. No bank in America allows me to do that. So that's why when we build that platform, our payment platform is in Europe. Because Europe is unified. They have one agency that regulates payments. Here we have 22 trying to steal it. Which one is going to regulate it or not? So the President Biden happily told them, I want one set of regulation. So they all can come together in 180 days with one thing. So not knowing where it's going to go, where it's going to fall, I play on the safe side, I pay every Friday just fine. Up to the point where even if I go downstairs right now, as Babali will tell you, I go downstairs right now and I close down the office, I will still cross my hand, you will still get paid every Friday.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't depend on this bank.
Yep.
As far as I could see from America, I never order a check with them. That much I know how wicked they are. People beg me, members beg me because it's close to their houses, to open an account so they can make a deposit. When I go there to withdraw $5-6 million to the trading, they always make me spend a whole day giving me water, cake, pig bread. They don't want the money to leave. So the bank is uneasy when they see you taking that many millions out of their hands and put it towards your own wealth. What do I mean by that? They consider you as a small investor.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the Will Professors, please do so now. So when I drop a video, you'll get a notice that a new video just come about. So again, Happy New Year to all of you. Happy holidays, and keep watching for more coverage on the crypto world. Thank you.